Am I visible? Am I visible? Okay, Walaikum Assalam. I welcome you all. Sirat Mir, Walaikum Assalam. Walaikum Assalam. Zahid, Walaikum Assalam. Walaikum Assalam. Walaikum Assalam. Mir Fiza, Walaikum Assalam. Walaikum Assalam. Sufi Tahniyat. How are you all? Walaikum Assalam, Sumaira. Walaikum Assalam. एक मिनट और वेट कर लेते हैं. अफशाना, वालेकुम अस्सलाम. आमिर, देखिए ईवीएस की भी 2-3 क्लासेस हुआ करेंगी ना, तो आप एडजस्ट कर ले किसी और क्लास में. अब अगर मैं टाइमिंग चेंज कर लूँ तो मे बी बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स में क्लैश आ सकता है. चलिए, आई थिंक वी शुड स्टार्ट नाउ. टेक आउट योर टेक्स्ट बुक्स. Yesterday we had finished the essay Why We Travel. Today we are going to discuss the question answers which are on your textbook, and we'll discuss the multiple choice questions at the end of this essay. So all of you open your textbooks. Okay, let me start now. Now you have question number 1, which is Pico Iyer offers a number of reasons for why one travels. Sum up a few of these in your own words. Now we know why Pico Iyer tells us to travel, and we'll find the answers of it based on the text. So you'll take out page number 5 of your textbook. On the very first page of the essay, the last paragraph. Yet for me, the first great joy of traveling is simply the luxury of leaving all my beliefs and certainties at home. So the question asks us, why do we travel? So that is point number 1 here. We traveling is simply the luxury of leaving all my beliefs and certainties at home and seeing everything I thought I knew in a different light and from a crooked angle. You should mark these lines for the examination purpose. तो पहला रीजन ये बनता है पिको आयर का कि वो हमें कहते हैं ट्रैवल कीजिए. तो क्या होता है, हम सारे अपने बिलीफ्स जो है, अपनी प्रीकंसीव नोशंस को पीछे रखकर एक नए नजरिए से वर्ल्ड को देखते हैं. सो दैट इज पॉइंट नंबर 1. देन अगर आप पेज नंबर 6 की तरफ देखेंगे, पैराग्राफ 2. But for the rest of us, the sovereign freedom of traveling comes from the fact that it whirls you around and turns you upside down and stands everything you took for granted on its head. It changes everything. It changes your vision. Then एक लाइन छोड़ के आप देखिए, as passport can be a diploma for a crash course in cultural relativism. ठीक है, आपका ये जो ट्रैवल है ये आपके लिए एक पासपोर्ट बनता है कल्चरल रिलेटिविज्म का. आप डिफरेंट कल्चर से वाबस्ता हो जाते हैं. देन इसके बाद का जो पैराग्राफ है, मार्क कीजिए. We travel then in part just to shake up our own complacencies by seeing all the moral and political urgencies, the life and death dilemmas that we seldom have to face at home, and we travel to fill in the gaps left by tomorrow's headlines. So newspaper cannot tell us everything about the world unless and until we have witnessed the world through our own eyes. Nothing can replace that. Nothing can replace the physical travel. So in that sense, we travel to just fill, the gaps left by the papers. So because we cannot know everything from the newspaper, we have to physically travel. So that is point number 3. Then, now page number 7. पेज नंबर 7 पे पैराग्राफ 4 है. आप देखिए, we travel then in search of both self and anonymity, and of course in finding the one we apprehend the other. So एक और रीजन बनता है ट्रैवल का, अपने ही अंदर की जो सर्च है सेल्फ के लिए, आइडेंटिटी के लिए, उन चीजों के लिए हम ट्रैवल करते हैं. अब अगर पेज नंबर 8 की तरफ आप देख ले, सेकंड पैराग्राफ. This is what Camus meant when he said that what gives value to travel is fear, disruption, in other words, or emancipation from circumstances, and all the habits behind which we hide. So again, ये भी एक पॉइंट बनता है इस क्वेश्चन के आंसर का. So question number 1 is clear, I guess. ठीक है, तो ये सारे पॉइंट्स इफ एग्जामिनेशन में अगर ये आस्क होता है क्वेश्चन, तो you will write the answer based on the text. Then we have question number 2. What do you understand by terms like cultural relativism and cultural appropriation? Illustrate with examples from the text. Now first we have to understand what is the difference between cultural relativism and cultural appropriation. First term, cultural relativism, it's a term which tells us that you have to understand every culture, you have to respect every culture. You do not have to tell us that our culture is good and the other culture is bad. It is the thing that makes us understand different cultures. That is cultural relativism. And the second term, cultural appropriation, it means when we take up different things from different cultures. If I take one thing from one culture and adopt it, and then I take another thing from another culture, that is called as cultural appropriation. पहली term जो है cultural relativism, ये हमें सिखाती है हर एक culture को अपना respect देना, उनको अलग से understand करना, ना कि ऐसे कि हम दूसरे कल्चर को उठाकर अपने कल्चर के साथ कंपेयर करें और कहें कि ये कल्चर गलत है या हमारा कल्चर ठीक है. That is not cultural relativism. Cultural relativism जो है वो हमें अंडरस्टैंड कराने की कोशिश करता है कि डिफरेंट कल्चर्स को हम कैसे देखते हैं. और फिर कल्चरल अप्रोप्रिएशन जो है वो हमें ये सिखाता है कि हम डिफरेंट कल्चर्स से कैसे चीजों को अडॉप्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, तो अब एग्जांपल्स क्या है टेक्स्ट में, लेट्स सी. अब आप देखिए पेज नंबर 6 पे पैराग्राफ नंबर 4, 3 लाइंस छोड़ के आप देखिए. आई फाइंड दैट आई ऑलवेज लाइक माइकल जॉर्डन पोस्टर्स टू क्योटो एंड ब्रिंग वोवन इकिबाना बास्केट्स बैक टू कैलिफोर्निया. नाउ हियर इट इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ कल्चरल अप्रोप्रिएशन. अब क्या कहते हैं, माइकल जॉर्डन के पोस्टर्स वो क्योटो लेते हैं जापान, और वहां से क्या लाते हैं, इकिबाना बास्केट्स. He brings them back to California. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, कल्चरल अप्रोप्रिएशन हो रहा है. एक कल्चर दूसरे कल्चर को कुछ दे रहा है. I invariably travel to Cuba with a suitcase piled high with bottles of Tylenol and bars of soap, and come back with one piled high with salsa tapes and hopes and letters to long. Are you able to hear me? There was some network problem. Am I visible to you? Okay. So I'll continue. So यहाँ पे भी क्या हो रहा है, cultural appropriation हो रहा है between Cuba and California. देन अगर आप देखेंगे पेज नंबर 9 पे फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ, 3 लाइंस छोड़ के, if travel is about the meeting of realities, it is no less about the mating of illusions. You give me my dreamed of vision of Tibet, and I'll give you your wished for California. Here, this is the example of cultural relativism. यहाँ पे cultural relativism की ये example है. और यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहे हैं राइटर? ये बोल रहे हैं कि ट्रैवल जो है, इट इज द मीटिंग ऑफ रियलिटीज एंड द मेटिंग ऑफ इल्यूजन्स. इल्यूजन्स क्या है? इल्यूजन्स आर दोज प्रीकंसीव्ड नोशंस, द प्रीजजमेंटल फैक्ट्स दैट वी हैव कलेक्टेड, you know, beforehand, without witnessing the actual territory, without physically going to that place. जो हम judgments बनाते हैं, वो illusions खत्म हो जाते हैं. तो यहाँ पे ये example है कल्चरल रिलेटिविज्म की. अब आप देखिए इसी पेज पे लास्ट पैराग्राफ जो है, इन द मिड 19th century the British famously sent the Bible and Shakespeare and cricket round the world. Now a more international kind of empire is sending Madonna and the Simpsons and Brad Pitt. So in 19th century, when British colonialism was at its peak, they would send the Bible in the form of Christian missionaries and William Shakespeare, their famous writer, and cricket to all the places of the world wherever they ruled. And then now we have a different kind of, you know, a sort of colonialism, while we invariably or blindly follow the West. अब क्या हो रहा है? सिम्पसन्स, ब्रैड पिट, मैडोना, ऐसे जाकर जो पल्प फिक्शन है वो सारी ग्लोब में जो है फैल रहा है. ये भी एग्जाम्पल है यहाँ पे कल्चरल अप्रोप्रिएशन की. हम कैसे डिफरेंट कल्चर से चीजों को अडॉप्ट करते हैं. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 जो है, आप ऐसे इसका आंसर दे सकते हैं. देन वी हैव क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. While conceding that tourism can destroy local cultures, Iyer believes that tourists might also revive them. What does he mean by this? Keeping your own cultural context in mind, do you agree with his views? Give a reasoned answer. Now, देखिए क्वेश्चन क्या कह रहा है. क्वेश्चन ये कह रहा है कि does Pico Iyer tell us that appropriating or getting different things from different cultures, does it destroy your own culture? I think, you know, it is a debatable question, and most of the persons would have a different answer to this. But as far as Pico Iyer is concerned, he tells us that it does not destroy your culture. You preserve your own culture, you know, and at the same time, you get different things from different cultures. You adopt different things from different cultures. Like at the beginning of the essay, he said that we have this McDonald's and it's spread around the world because McDonald's is a creation of America. It is a business unit in America which has branches around the world. It does not mean that, you know, it encroaches our culture and it destroys our culture. We keep our culture preserved, but at the same time, we enjoy the burgers of McDonald's. So in that sense, Pico Iyer does not say that this cultural appropriation, it destroys our culture. It does not, according to Pico Iyer. Now, I'll search for the example here. If you look at page number 10, the first paragraph, he says, when you go to a McDonald's outlet in Kyoto, you will find teriyaki McBurgers and bacon potato pies. The placemats offer maps of the great temples of the city, and the posters all around broadcast the wonders of San Francisco. And most crucial of all, the young people eating their Big Macs with baseball caps worn backwards and tight 501 jeans are still utterly and inalienably Japanese in the way they move, they nod, they sip their oolong teas, and never be mistaken for the patrons of a McDonald's outlet in Rio, Morocco or Managua. यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल ये दे रहा है कि ये सारे, अगर जापान में, कियोटो में, a person is eating a McDonald's burger, he does not, you know, destroy his culture. वो as long as, you know, he keeps his own culture intact, वो कोई गलत चीज नहीं कर रहा है. तो इस सेंस में जो कल्चरल अप्रोप्रिएशन है वो कोई भी कल्चर को डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं करता है as far as Pico Iyer is concerned. Then you have question number 4. Traveling allows us to come into contact with more essential parts of a self. Discuss in detail with what Iyer means by this. The question हमसे पूछ रहा है कि traveling जो है it allows us to come in contact with more essential parts of our self. जैसा कि हमने we discussed in our last lecture, at the end of the essay, Pico Iyer tells us that there are two types of journeys. One is the physical journey and second is the internal journey. And internal journey, it happens for the soul searching. And this travel, it also helps us to attain peace from inside. When the writer, he gave us the example of two great writers, R.W. Emerson and Thoreau. If you look at page number 11, paragraph 4th, so if more and more of us have to carry our sense of home inside us, we also, Emerson and Thoreau, reminds us, have to carry with us our sense of destination. The most valuable Pacifics we explore will always be the vast expanses within us. ठीक है, अगर आप इससे पहले का पैराग्राफ देखें, leave out 2 or 3 lines, he says that both Emerson and Thoreau insist on the fact that reality is our creation and that we invent the places we see as much as we do the books that we read. What we find outside, this is very important, what we find outside ourselves has to be inside ourselves for us to find it. Now, if you are looking for pleasure or peace in a physical travel, it will not come as long as you do not have peace from inside. You do not have that, calmness from inside. So for you to find that pleasure in a physical travel, you have to first find your calm. You have to first find your peace from within. तभी जाकर जो क्वेश्चन हमसे पूछ रहा है कि ट्रैवलिंग जो है वो अपने सेल्फ को हम कैसे देख पाते हैं उसमें, ऐसे ही जब हम ट्रैवल करते हैं तो वो एक किस्म से 2 लेवल का ट्रैवल होता है, एक फिजिकल होता है और दूसरा इंटरनल होता है. तो जब तक इंटरनल लेवल पे हम वो पीस, वो प्लेजर डिराइव ना कर पाए, तब तक फिजिकल ट्रैवल का कोई मकसद नहीं है. हाँ, तो ये एक किस्म से यहाँ पे भी हमें बेनिफिट देता है कि जो फिजिकल ट्रैवल है, अगर हम वो एक एक्सप्लोरेशन के तौर पर ले तो शायद ये पॉसिबल बनता है कि हम वो इंटरनल पीस जो है वो हासिल कर सकते हैं. सो ट्रैवल उस सेंस में एक जर्नी बनता है टुवर्ड्स सोल सर्चिंग, टुवर्ड्स पीस. अब आप ये देखिए, जैसे इसके साथ हम इसको भी रिलेट कर सकते हैं. पेज नंबर 8 पे आप देखिए, in the very first paragraph. So travel for many of us is a quest for not just the unknown but the unknowing. I at least travel in search of an innocent I that can return me to a more innocent self. Again, the search, the journey for peace. Then if you look at paragraph number 4th on the same page, page number 8, for if every true love affair can feel like a journey to a foreign country when you can't quite speak the language and you don't know where you are going and you are pulled ever deeper into the inviting darkness, every trip to a foreign country can be a love affair. Because, it just puts you in that awe and wonder. In that sense, travel becomes a love affair. So when you love something, you certainly feel that pleasure. So travel जो है वो आपके एक किस्म से वो जर्नी बनता है आपके पीस के लिए. So from within, from inside. So that is the answer of question number 4. Then you have question number 5. From your reading of the essay, what impression have you formed of Pico Iyer? Give a well-argued answer. That's for you to decide. क्योंकि आपने खुद देखना, it's a subjective question. तो हर एक का impression different होगा पिको आयर का. तो आप घर बैठ के ऐसे फिर से पढ़िए and then look for the answer. तो हर एक का आंसर obviously इसमें different ही होगा. So we have discussed exercise 1, 5 subjective questions. Now we'll move on to exercise 2, and here we have multiple choice questions. So take a pen in your hand and mark the answers. So, multiple choice question number 1 here is: we travel, says Pico Iyer, only to lose ourselves, only to find ourselves, initially to lose and then to find ourselves, none of the above. चलिए जल्दी से बताइए आंसर क्या है इसका. Quickly tell me the answer of multiple choice question number 1. We travel, says Pico Iyer. Option 1 is only to lose ourselves. Option 2 is only to find ourselves. Option 3, initially to lose and then to find ourselves. And the last one is none of the above. So what is the answer? If at all you have your textbook in hand. Snowbarwani, C. C is the correct answer. So पहले multiple choice question का answer no. C is the answer. Third one is the answer. We travel initially to lose and then to find ourselves. That is the correct answer. Kausar Samad, yes, C is the right answer. Good. Yes, Mohammad Yameen, C is the right answer. Now we have multiple choice question number 2. Of the following places, which one does the author describe as the most authoritarian? A. Nepal, B. Egypt, C. North Korea, and D. Vietnam. Tell me the answer. Among these 4 places, the author says that one place is completely authoritarian, wherein there is no democracy at all. Which place is it? Nepal, Egypt, North Korea, or Vietnam? C, yeah, C is the right answer. North Korea. Yeah, North Korea. But Tahir, C. Always, yes, C. C is the right answer. So for question number 2, C is the right answer. Yeah, C is the right answer. Then question number 3. Pico Iyer maintains that traveling allows us to see how provincial we are, saves us from reductionism, shakes up our complacencies, all of the above. Yes, what is the right answer? Traveling से क्या होता है? It allows us to see how provincial we are, saves us from reductionism, shakes up our complacencies, all of the above. Snowbarwani, D. D. Yeah, D is the right answer. So इसका आंसर है all of the above. No, Mohammad Amin, D is the right answer. So mark it, D is the right answer for multiple choice question number 3. Now you have question number 4. To which place does Iyer say he would take Tylenol and bars of soap? We discussed it just 5 minutes before. To which place does Iyer say he would take Tylenol and bars of soap? Bali, Cuba, Kyoto, none of the above. Write your answers. Why does the writer say that he will take Tylenol and bars of soap? Bali, Cuba, Kyoto, none of the above. We discussed it just 5 minutes before when we are discussing cultural appropriation. No, all of you are wrong on this. Try again. Zahid War is correct. Cuba is the right answer. Sirat Peer, yes, you are right. Cuba is the right answer. No, Jannat is wrong. Cuba is the right answer. So mark it for question number 4. You have B as the right answer. Then we'll move on to question number 5. Which of the following is true of Colonel Sanders? He is an American businessman. He is the founder of the Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant chain. He served in the US Army as colonel, both A and B. These are very important questions based on, if we consider your examination, because you have objective examination. So these questions, they become really important. So what is the answer to question number 5? Which of the following is true of Colonel Sanders? American businessman, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, served in the US Army as colonel, both A and B. Write your answers. Rashid Bashir. No, B is the incorrect answer. Ovais Shirwani, D. Yes, D is the right answer. Both A and B. He is an American businessman and he is the founder of the Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant, which is called as KFC. तो आंसर इसका है D. Question number 5, D is the right answer. Now let's move on to question number 6. What does Hazlitt's phrase "gentleman in the parlor" imply? What does Hazlitt's phrase "gentleman in the parlor" imply? Traveling makes us more refined and gentlemanly. In our travels, we shed the usual labels by which we are known. Traveling affords us an anonymity which is liberating. And D, both B and C. When our writer, he uses the phrase, Hazlitt's phrase, "gentleman in the parlor", क्या कहना चाहते हैं वो? जब हम ट्रेवल करते हैं, we become gentlemen in a parlor. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? Traveling makes us more refined and gentlemanly. In our travels, we shed the usual labels by which we are known. Traveling affords us an anonymity which is liberating, both B and C. So you have written D. Yes, D is the right answer. Mark it. D is the right answer for question number 6. Then we have question number 7. Pico Iyer compares a journey to a foreign country to a love affair because one is in a state of heightened awareness, it carries one out of oneself, one experiences both fear and wonder, all of the above. You have quickly written all of the above. So question number 7, D is the right answer. Yes, you are correct. D is the right answer. Yeah, D is the right answer. Now moving on to question number 8. Pico Iyer maintains that in some sense travel simplifies us, disrupts us, emancipates us, all of the above. Question number 8. Write your answers. Nasir Khan D, Amir Said D, Snow Barwani D, Bhatt Tahir D, Ifat Nazir D, Seerat Mir D. D is the right answer. Yes, D is the right answer for question number 8. Now question number 9. When we travel to different places, we make the locals see only the deficiencies of their culture, make the locals see the beauty of their own culture, enable the locals to see us with new eyes, both B and C. जब हम डिफरेंट जगहों पे जाते हैं तो हम वहां के लोगों को कैसा फील करवाते हैं? What is the answer? D. There is a trend going on with D. Yes, D is the right answer. Shaista Ali. Sharik, D is the right answer. You are correct on this. No, Oves. D is the right answer. Oves is missing the trend here. Ya Shahid, Pare Ya. Shahid Nazir, yes. Yes. Now let's move on to question number 10. The world that Pico Iyer describes in this essay is technologically advanced, highly mobile, multicultural, all of the above. Question number 10. Muhammad Yamin, D. Yeah, for 9, D is the answer. What is the answer to question number 10? Sharik, D. Shaista Ali, D. All of the above. Snover. Sirat, D. Rifat, D. All of the above. Yes, all of the above is the right answer. Now, the world we live in right now, again, it is technologically advanced, it is highly mobile, and it is multicultural. So, all of the above is the right answer. Now, question number 11. Who among the following said traveling is a fool's paradise? We discussed it yesterday. Who said it? That traveling is a fool's paradise. Henry David Thoreau, George Santayana, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Sir Thomas Browne. What is the answer? No, the trend with D has, broken. No, B. No. We discussed it yesterday when Pico Iyer said that I am influenced by two writers. One is R.W. Emerson and second is Thoreau. So, who among the two has said that traveling is a fool's paradise? Yes. Ovesh Shirwani A, Tahir A, Amir Said A. Yes, A is the right answer. He has said that traveling is a fool's paradise. और मतलब क्या है उसका कि जब तक हम इंटरनली जर्नी सोल सर्चिंग की ना करें तो फिजिकल जर्नी तब तक इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रखती है. इसीलिए इसका आंसर जो है इट्स ए. Question number 11, A is the right answer. Question number 12. Santayana believed that travel can keep the mind nimble, kill prejudice, foster humor, all of the above. This again we discussed yesterday. The importance of travel. At the end, Santayana says that travel can keep the mind nimble, kill prejudice, foster humor, all of the above. What is the right answer? Snowbird D, Misbah Manzoor D, Shaista Ali D. D, yes, D is the right answer to this. It keeps our mind quick, it kills prejudice, and it fosters humor. So D is the right answer to question number 12. So again, objectives I'll repeat. For 1, C is the answer. Question number 2, C is the answer. 3, D is the answer. Question number 4, B is the answer. Question number 5, D is the answer. Question number 6, D is the answer. 7, D. Your question number 8, D has the answer. When we travel to different places, for question number 9, D is the answer. For question number 10, D is the answer. Question number 11, A is the answer. Question number 12, D is the answer. So we have finished this unit, Why We Travel by Pico Iyer. So if you have any suggestion to this, if you have any suggestion, any feedback for this chapter, you will write it in the Wise app. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll take up a new unit. Till then, it's goodbye from me. Thank you very much.